It's sort of like with the Epstein thing. It's like, I just call her Gasoline because I hate pronouncing her first name. Ghislaine. Yeah, why not? How come they're not interrogating her? How come they're not? She's just sitting there and they're like leaking these slow leaks about.
Well, it's even crazier.
It's like, you talk to her. They have her. Is nobody asking her any questions? Like, she knows everything. Torture her.
We can't
torture
ask her
until she says everything.
Any questions? It's not proper.
And how is she just sitting in her mansion, like, while this was all going down, she's just sitting there. They can't find her. She hasn't been arrested.
She was in a cabin in New Hampshire.
Yeah, she's just, you can find Bin Laden, but you can't find Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, they found her.
Yeah, they found her after a while.
Well, she's solo. So you can sneak in Epstein's Island. Like, that was a real place, man.
Yeah.
That was a real place.
Yeah.
And the way a place like that can kind of fly in under the radar is if there's a bunch of fake stuff.
So
Don't go to Antarctica. There's an alien base. You know, there's like, the more nutty shit they can get you to think about, the more real things you should be really concerned about sneak through.
Yeah. Do you think that's intentional? You think
100%.
people just
100%.
spiral with other stuff?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
I think it's both, probably. Yeah.
It's both. Yeah. But they're playing on the fact. Even if the government wasn't encouraging people to go insane, they would still go insane. They would still have conspiracy theories. But without a doubt, foreign governments are on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook, and they are influencing people to go in a very specific direction. And how much of a percentage is it? If their algorithm encourages like trans positive content, how much does that move the public narrative? It's not zero. It's not zero.
No.
So if you got two ships and they're both going in the same direction, parallel lines, and I could turn this one ship just like that, just a little bit. I just need like a couple of degrees of turn. Over time, that motherfucker's going to be way off course.
Yeah.
Way off course.
Yeah.
I think that's happening.
That's
fucking sure.
That's the way war is waged now.
And it's also happening with people that think they're doing the right thing. Like we were talking about Google the other day, and like how YouTube censors things. Like what they think they're doing it. They think they're doing the right thing.
Right.
I was reading. Is this true that Gas Digital's all their stuff got taken off the air?
I think they got taken down again on YouTube. I think. Yeah. I don't know if you mean like their website and everything.
No, their YouTube page.
Yeah, they got taken down again. Yeah.
There's one video where this comic that works with Lewis was saying that all they were doing in this podcast is talking about how big a guy's dick was. This guy had a giant hog. They were talking about this guy, and they got their shit removed for that. So what were they saying? Oh, is it? Maybe I'm looking at something. Maybe it was a clip of something that happened in the past.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of it at all.
It was one of those, it was either an Instagram reel or one of them YouTube shorts, one of those things like that.
Yeah.
He was talking about how they took it down because he was talking about how big a dude's hog was.
Yeah, that doesn't seem...
Oh, it's bullying.
Yeah.
It is big dick.
You're looking at, you're talking about Jeffrey Epstein's Island. A lot of people don't talk about his ranch in New Mexico.
Yeah, and his mansion. I mean, it was popping off at all his spots.
He built a 26,700 square foot mansion with a sprawling courtyard and a living room, roughly the size of the American home. Nearby was a private airstrip with a hangar and helipad. The property also included a ranch office, a firehouse, and a 7-bay heated garage. Yeah, that sounds like an intelligence agent right out of a fucking movie.
Yeah, and we're never
luring all the politicians into the honeypot.
Yeah.
And how many people died because of that?
We're never going to know. They're never going to let us. We'll never know.
What a fucking genius con.
Yeah.
What a genius con. You get some guy, you say he's a billionaire, you just give him like a fucking blank checkbook, which when you're spending $170 billion on Ukraine and $136 billion here and $46 billion there, we got to upgrade that and just let these people in, and that costs $30 trillion. Like fucking, what's a billion?
That's right, yeah.
What's a billion to control literally the greatest scientists and entertainers and politicians? And just get them all convinced.
Yeah.
Look, Bill's here. Look who's here. Stephen Hawking's here. Look, this guy's here. Look at the Nobel laureates here. Look at all these brilliant, esteemed scientists. Look at these amazing conversations. Look how beautiful these women are. So like everybody says that, if you went there, you'd be a real piece of shit. If you're going to a place where, what is the actual list? Who's on the actual list? There's some pretty fascinating people. If you got invited to that party, you didn't know what the fuck is going on. Magician David Copperfield reappears in Jeffrey Epstein court. Poof,
he
reappears with lawyers suggesting he traded tickets for girls. tickets for his shows? Is his show that hot? Jesus Christ. How cheap are these girls? Because like, how much does his tickets to his show cost?
I don't know. I don't know the magic. I don't know the magic hierarchy.
Talk about overvaluing what you're worth.
Yeah.
If you give me a sex slave, I'll give you tickets to my show.
I give you tickets to my magic show. Not even a Chris Angel show either.
But what a brilliant move. If you can, question number one. Were they all underage? Were some of them of age? Like, do we know how that worked? Because even if they weren't underage is the best. If you want to get some blackmail, that's the best. We can still bust quite a few guys with of age.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're giving them a little yayo.
Yeah.
We're on an island. You ain't gonna do
There's no rules. Yeah. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
We're the elite. We're the fucking Illuminati, Bill. I am.
Yeah, just cheating on your wife is enough.
Enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
We're publicly having it so that they can like trot it out there. Anytime there's an election, anytime there's a this or there's a vote, they want you to vote in one way or another way. They always have that. Always have that.
Just a little reminder out there.
You just keep that fucking thing in the back of your head, like I gotta shut the fuck up and toe the line. I gotta shut the fuck up and toe the line.
There's no better way to control someone.
No better way, and it's so brilliant and ancient. It's like an ancient strategy, and it was, first of all, is there another one going on right now that we don't know about?
Of course.
Like that, at that level?
Of course.
It seems like that guy
so effective. Why would you stop? I
think you need a combination of things to do it at that guy's level. By all accounts, he was a brilliant guy, which is wild, right? And you have to be also a sick fuck, which he obviously was, and also an intelligence agent. So do you just become that sick fuck over the course of, you hear about DEA agents, they start dealing drugs. Once they get in there, they're like undercover, and then they fucking live the life, and they start actually dealing drugs. It happens.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the guy just became a fucking sociopath, psychopath?
So fascinating.
From just dealing with the life that he was, that's his job. His job is to trick politicians into fucking underage girls and get them coked up and bring them into this place that's cameras everywhere. These fucking idiots don't know that there's going to be cameras everywhere. And you set this up. And this is what you do for a living for 30 years or however long he did it?
It's fascinating to think about. I think two things. I think everyone wants to be someone, right? Everyone wants to be someone, have an exciting life. And then I think people have a myriad of, just your moral compass from your family, whatever's on a scale. So that's a factor. And then, but the more important factor is everyone has those moments in their life where things are offered to them, and you go this way, you're going to get some exciting stuff, but you're going to have to compromise your moral compass. And people make that decision. Fame and power, it's like the ultimate elixir.